Good morning, UUCA. I said good morning, UUCA. It's Youth Sunday. I said it's Youth Sunday. The youth are taking over the service today. Yeah. Please rise in body and spirit for our first hymn, Building a New Way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way. We are working to be free. We are working to be free now. We are working to be free. Yes, yes. We are working to be free. Hate and greed and jealousy. We are working to be free. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We can feed every need. Let me hear those hands. Let me hear those hands. We can feed every need. Yes, yes. We can feed our every need. Start with love, that is the seed. We can feed our every need. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Peace and freedom is our cry. Yes, yes, it is our cry. Freedom is our cry. Let me hear it now. A peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, this world would die. Peace and freedom is our cry. Lovely, all. Fabulous, fabulous. What you got, Patrick? Yeah. Stay standing, please. We got another one for you here. We'll find joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. In the morning, we'll find joy. We find hope in our children. Yes, yes, hope in our children. Hope in our children. In our children, we find hope. We find strength in each other. Yes, yes, strength in each other. Strength in each other. In each other, we find strength. Take it up, Patrick. There is love all around us. Yes, love all around us, all around. Love, love all around us, all around us. There is love. Sounds fabulous, y'all. Sounds fabulous.
Well, here we are again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta, where we are transforming lives through courageous action, soulful connection, and putting two U's in everything. My name is Zachary Lanterman. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a member of our youth program. I am thrilled to welcome you to UUCA this morning. Yes. Now, if you've been here before, welcome back. Now, if you're a newcomer, well, let me give you the rundown. In my opinion, UUism is less of a religion, per se, and more of a condiment. You can add it to any belief system you want, and it improves the flavor. Yes, there are Christian UUs, Muslim UUs, Jewish UUs, and yes, atheist UUs. Now, we believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person. In layman's terms, all people are people and should be treated with dignity and love. I'm so glad you agree with me. Whomever you are, everyone has a seat at our table, both figuratively and literally. Feel free to join us in the social hall after service for coffee, conversation, and some third word that starts with a C. Confidentially, I think it's connection. If you are a new UU or thinking about joining UUCA, our new member Sunday is next Sunday, June 1st. Today, we hope you will join Reverend Terrence Strauss and our executive director, Bryce Thomason, for Pathfinder's class upstairs in room 217 for an Ask Me Anything with the senior minister and executive director. And best news of all, lunch and childcare will be provided for this Pathfinder session taking place upstairs right after service. Free childcare. So, who here doom scrolls? Show of hands, be honest with me now. Go on, don't be shy. Yes, I see y'all. So, when I open Reddit for my daily dose of doom scrolling, my mind is filled with thoughts of, this should not be happening. But that's the problem with things. Things that should happen don't happen, and things that shouldn't happen happen anyway. When I need a joyful escape from all of these things, I like to play video games. This service, prepared by the senior youth of the congregation, will be all about finding joy and happiness where it seems like there is none. When bad news seems to be around every corner, this is how we cope, be it through gaming, art, cheese-making, taxidermy, whatever brings us joy. Now, for the rest of the service, good news. You won't have to listen to me talk anymore. But you will get to listen to my friends talk about what brings them joy in a world that can often be sad and cruel. Now, I would like to invite my fellow senior youth, Nella and Mira, to ladder chatless. Went the wrong way.
Let's say these chalice lighting words together. May the light of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and peace.
Good morning. My name is Alex Welch, and my pronouns are he, him. Our story today is Finding Joy by Gabby Garcia, illustrated by Marta Pineda. Abuela's dog, Kiki, greeted Nico with slurpy wet kisses as he walked through the door. Nico ruffled Kiki's fur. She yelped excitedly and rolled on her back, ready for a belly rub. "What a welcome," exclaimed Nico. "You'd think she hadn't seen me in a year." "Hola, mijo," said Abuela, greeting Nico with her own kiss. Kiki's never shy about expressing her joy. "Can you imagine, Abuela, a life filled with naps, snuggles, and playtime?" Nico asked as he unpacked his backpack. "Kiki lives her life to be happy." Kiki has her own challenges, too. Her brain just doesn't get stuck on them. She's pretty good at appreciating what's around her. We could learn a lot from Kiki, don't you think? "Sure, Abuela," Nico replied. "I'll get on that as soon as I finish my homework." "Okay, but before you start, can you please take Kiki for a walk? She has some business she needs to take care of," Abuela said with a wink. Outside, Kiki was in no rush. Instead, she stopped to sniff her favorite tree, her favorite fire hydrant, her favorite rock, her favorite everything. Come on, Kiki, we don't have all day, Nico said impatiently, tugging at her leash. Kiki noticed a puddle and darted towards it, pulling the leash out of Nico's hands. No, Kiki, it's too messy, Nico shouted, but Kiki was already splashing and rolling in the mud. Nico grabbed Kiki's leash just as she gave a full-bodied shake. Now a mess too, grumbled Nico. On the walk back to Abuela's, Kiki spotted a squirrel and was beside herself with anticipation. Kiki circled the tree and wagged her tail so hard, Nico thought it might fall off. Knock it off, Kiki, said Nico as he led her home. We don't have time for this. When they returned to Abuela's house, Nico sat and watched Kiki. She found her ball, swatted it, and then chased after it. Kiki looked like she was going to have the best time of playing fetch with herself. When the ball got stuck under the sofa, Kiki tried unsuccessfully to knock it with her paw. After a while, she gave up and began rolling on the ground with her snuggle bear. Finally, Kiki curled up next to Nico and licked him a few times before closing her eyes. So, did you learn anything from Kiki? Asked Abuela. Nico smiled. She never passes on the opportunity to play, that's for sure. And Kiki's pretty good at finding her joy in the littlest things. We could all be a little more like Kiki, said Abuela, almost to herself. That sounds like a challenge, Nico stated. More like a gift, replied Abuela. But Kiki's got it easy. She doesn't have to deal with schoolwork or chores or early bedtimes, Nico protested before finally mumbling, I'll give it a try. Back home, Nico began having doubts about Abuela's challenge as soon as his mom reminded him to take out the trash. How am I supposed to appreciate that stinky mess? Nico muttered to himself. Then he caught a glimpse of the sunset. Nico stopped and marveled at the magnificent colors. He watched with delight as the sun moved over the horizon. Loading the dishwasher after dinner, Nico initially rolled his eyes at Poppy's nightly dance party invitation. Then he remembered Kiki and thought about what she would do. Nico felt the music pulse through his body as he danced. At bedtime, Nico was so caught up in Poppy's storytelling, he didn't even complain when Poppy said it was time to sleep. Nico closed his eyes and went over his day. A warm rush of gratitude filled his body. That Kiki's onto something, he thought as he smiled with appreciation. The following week, when Nico visited Abuela, he was again greeted by Kiki's slobbery kisses and silly smile. But this time, Nico was ready. So was Abuela.
I would like to invite my fellow senior youth to the chancel to lead us in this morning's movement prayer. We invite you to rise in body or in spirit. First, we bow to honor the spirit of life. We lift our arms and embrace the gifts of the Spirit. We bring these gifts unto ourselves with gratitude and breathe and smile. We share these gifts with the world. We remember to be present. Honor, embrace, gratitude, share, be present. This worship service has been designed for all ages, but childcare is available for our youngest friends. At this time, we would like to invite families to bring young children to our childcare services if preferred. Please note the location for these is just down the hall on the first floor. As our children recess, please take this opportunity to greet your neighbor, especially someone you have not met.
Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. Sunshine almost always.
Thank you. Hello. Joy in our society is often seen in groups. People post photos online with friends on beach trips or at family reunions or doing something else that it's hard to find the time and money for. We see joy as something to be found in the company of others, in these picturesque scenarios that you rarely see outside of ads for medication. Finding joy, and especially personal joy, isn't talked about as frequently. How do you find happiness from your home? How do you find joy while working, while completing homework, while relaxing? How do you find the little pockets of happiness in what could otherwise easily fall to monotony? How do you find joy by yourself? Step number 1 in this process is letting go of internal or external judgments. To find joy in your day-to-day life may involve things that seem silly, because sometimes silly things make us happy. And we can't let these societal concerns stop us from finding happiness. One of the things that brings me joy is being dressed up. I'll get dressed up in a skirt, petticoat, fishnets, and red lipstick and lay down on my bed to do homework. This may seem a bit useless to some people, and that's okay. Everyone's joy is different. Maybe you like singing in the shower, or wearing heels around the house, or dancing while you cook, or using color-coordinated stationery, or any number of things that make everyday tasks just a little bit more whimsical. I find a lot of joy on the internet. I understand that there are probably people in this congregation who might think that's a bit sad. But I feel like that's an idea we need to change. Yes, the internet contains bad things and shallow ideas, but a lot of good is out there for you to find. If we're discussing little pockets of joy, the internet is a good resource for you if you want. From music to podcasts to niche communities where you run a country that you made up, sort of like an internet model UN, possibly based on my own personal experiences. If you're trying to find a little bit of personal joy, good is out there. I think a lot of us have trouble with personal joy because it feels selfish. If you're not being productive or you're not helping others or just you don't think you're doing well enough at anything, joy can feel undeserved. Especially if you've been monitoring the news lately, as many of us have. It feels wrong to be happy sometimes. It almost gives you emotional whiplash. And it's hard not to hear the voice in your brain that says, if other people are hurting, why don't I have to be? Society has this idea that being a good person is only thinking about other people, that your joy should come from others, that it should come from being helpful and productive and completely and utterly selfless. But that can make a person feel burnt out. As many a flight attendant has informed me at the start of a journey, you must put your own oxygen mask on before helping others. How can you seek to change the world without a solid foundation of personal joy? But even more importantly, you don't deserve joy to help others. You don't deserve joy because you worked hard at your job or at school. You don't deserve joy because you are selfless or even perfectly moral. You deserve joy because you are a human and you are alive. You deserve joy because you woke up this morning. You deserve joy because that is the purpose of living and breathing on this planet. So dance like nobody's watching, and even if they are, who cares? Belt out those show tunes. Wear whatever makes you happy, even if you're just lying on the couch. Find joy in your life because you deserve it. And because in a society that drags so many of us down, happiness is a radical form of protest. with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Let us put hands on hearts. Feel the heartbeat connection to life. Breathe in peace. Say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others, and that love will change the world. At this time, we hear the joys and sorrows of this congregation. You are invited to say the names of people you are holding in your heart this morning. Speak their names out loud into this holy space now, or write them into the live chat. May all beings find connection. May all people find comfort. May all of us find ways to be more loving to one another. Spirit of life, love eternal, we rest in holy gratitude. We surrender to a mystery beyond ourselves, asking forgiveness for our mistakes. Those times we have been selfish or thoughtless. Breathing in and out, we offer grace. We forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love. We honor our earth, supporting and sustaining life. We breathe in, opening our hearts to wonder. For just one moment, feeling a deep connection with all beings. Let us calm our bodies and our minds. We breathe in peace, and then we exhale. We relax into this space that our intentions make sacred. We enter into the silence.
that I might know your mind, and I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find, and I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Every single Sunday, for probably the last few months now, every time I've come to this church, I've brought my crocheting supplies. And I sit and crochet in basically every place that I go. I've known how to crochet since I was a little kid because my grandma taught me, but it wasn't until very recently that I got back into it. Ever since then, I think I've actually become a little addicted to it in a way, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but I think it's so satisfying just to do every single stitch, knowing that each time that you're gonna get a little closer to having a finished creation. It genuinely brings me so much joy, and it actually distracts me from a lot of other tasks since it's so hard for me to put down. And every time, without fail, that I sit in the social hall with my yarn, there's always somebody who comes up to me and asks me what I'm doing. And even though it happens a lot, I still love it so much when somebody comes up to me to ask about it. Because if you haven't noticed yet, I really like talking. Not only that, but I also really like listening to other people talk. Not as much in large settings, but in one-on-one conversations, especially about my or the other person's interests, and it makes my day. A lot of the time, even when I'm not crocheting, people will come up to me and just tell me their whole life stories, like the first time that I've met them. If you're close to me, you've probably heard the story of the kid in my third period orchestra class that I never talked to, and randomly one day he started coming up to me and telling me his whole life story. It means so much to me that people can find comfort in telling me hard things about themselves, because even though I talk a lot when you get to know me, I can actually be very quiet at first. The fact that people are able to find comfort in my personality that much is so exciting to me. I think that it can be a little exhausting or overwhelming sometimes for people to unload all of their major life events on me in the span of 20 minutes. But the fact that people see me and are very quickly comfortable enough around me to talk to me and tell me stories is so special to me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's also so cool when it happens with adults, not just people my age. And I'm going to be a little bit upfront here to all the adults, because honesty is the best policy. Sometimes adult stories can be a little bit boring. But still, the fact that you chose to share your story with me, even though you easily could have chosen to not talk at all, is very cool. And now that we've gotten the part out of the way where I basically just thanked you guys for not completely ignoring me, I challenge you to do something. Compliment that person with the cool outfit, strike up a conversation with somebody in a waiting room, just try to create human connections. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what life's all about? These connections and finding ways to be comfortable with one another are what bring me joy.
I volunteered at Nicola's house a few years ago with some other members of YRUU, and it really showed me the realities of people struggling with finding shelter and a safe space to thrive. The truth is grim. The countless lives put under seemingly endless stress by an oppressive capitalist regime fueled by the greed is the clear downfall of this country. For their own profit, the oligarchy of 1% is preying on the human right to shelter, and this cannot stand. Despite this shadow, what I saw at Nicola's house was a guiding light amidst this darkness. While me and my friends, along with Women Empowered, may have put together a Halloween party, playing bingo, fitting monster masks onto children, the goals and services that Nicola's house provides goes so much further beyond that. Nicola's house ensures that the numerous families without shelter across Atlanta are able to become self-sufficient through stable housing, while also pinpointing the root of their homelessness so it does not persist. I see people all the time, and claim that it is not their responsibility to help marginalized groups, such as the unhoused. And while they may believe that, it is not true. Supporting these countless lives means supporting your community, family, and everyone you love. Like a majority of the world, these people, our neighbors, friends on the street, strangers, simply want to continue thriving, to be thriving members of this cherished community. And it is no one's right to deny that.
Yes.
I hope you feel inclined to give what you are willing and able this Sunday by sharing the plate with Nicholas House. This morning's offering will now be given and gratefully received. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We're thrilled to do this song. It's one of Alex's favorites. He selected this for the service today. Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh, Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh. The rain comes falling from the sky to fill the stream that fills the sea, and that's where life began for you and me. And the next time you see rain, it ain't bad. Don't complain, it rains for you. So next time you see LA rain clouds, don't complain, it rains for you and me. Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh, Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh. It might have been a bright blue day, but rain clouds had to come this way. They're watering everything that they can see. A seed is waiting in the earth for rain to come and give it birth. It's all it really needs to set it free. So the next time you see LA rain clouds, don't complain, it rains for you. So lay down your umbrellas and strip off your plastic mask. You've never felt the rain, my friend, till you felt it running down your back. So the next time you see rain, it ain't bad. Don't complain, it rains for you. The next time you see Georgia rain clouds, don't complain, it rains for you and me. Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh, Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh, Mamunia, 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 oh, Mamunia, Mamunia, oh. One more time. Mamunia, 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 ho. Mamunia, Mamunia, ho.
Thank you all so much for opening your hearts, and now please join me in the dedication of this offering. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action we call community, we dedicate our lives, and these are offerings.
Growing up, I loved superheroes, especially Magneto. Magneto's powers include manipulating metals in the air using magnetic fields. If there is some type of metal around him, he can take control of it and bend it to his will. Anyways, I love comics, and one of my favorite parts of life is hearing what other people hold dearly as I do these silly stories and toys. There's so much joy to be found in people's unique interests and hobbies. There's joy all around us, in and out of every one of us, and it can only be harnessed by others. I don't mean that you can only make others happy, nor you must make it yourself, but the fact that once you surround yourself with people who are open, loving, and supportive, you will find that joy that you search for. The mere presence of loved ones may be enough for people, but it can obviously go beyond that. Through sharing one's hobbies, interests, and the way that they themselves extract joy from an otherwise grim reality is right where you can find your happiness. It may be hard to find, it may be small, but like Magneto finds an ounce of metal in a glass prison, you too can find your joy. This love and community are the key to exactly what we should be appreciative of in this world. The joy that people emanate, the unfamiliar cultures, people, and the lives that are embedded in the people to your left and right is exactly where the joy is. What is not to be happy about when we are focused on these countless lives, each more interesting, enriched, and fulfilling than the last? There is so much joy to be shared in the stories that each person holds dear. None of us are the same. None of us come from the exact same beliefs, preferences, backgrounds, nor futures, and that is enlightening. Now, this joy may not be pride per se, but it definitely is a source of happiness, an act of platonic love, bliss, or feeling of awe after you realize the diverse nature of the human population. Are you not in awe after you interact with those who have been through so much, those who have overcome, those who make a world a better place just by living in it? Because those people are the very ones in this room right now, in your homes, at your schools, and in your offices. There is joy in the idea that we are all here today and to enjoy it, and that we are all gathered here today after so much has happened and will keep happening, and that we all persevere. I go to trivia every Wednesday night to the Mel Mushroom down in Vista. You may know it. I've been going for a little over a year, skipping only when I must. Not out of obligation, not because of the tasty food, but because it's one of the things that brings me the most joy from day to day. Now, this group is the furthest thing from someone like me. It consists of 50 to 60-year-old men who have been friends for years, who I really would have no connection to if my father had not brought me along. The joy I get from this routine is immeasurable, mainly because of how interesting and different these people are to me. Learning where each of them are from, what they do for a living, what they're enthusiastic about, and how we all got to be at that weirdly painted table with pizza crumbs everywhere is the most joyous part of my week. The lives of these guys are not anywhere near what I have lived or will live through, but they're still ever so intriguing nonetheless. Being able to communicate and interact with people who may have grown up in different decades, countries, and worlds than you is a luxury we take for granted way too much. Step out of your material world, break your bubble, and live with the people that make it rich with life, and joy will be yours.
Please rise in body and spirit for our final hymn today on this incredible Youth Sunday. How about another round of applause to all of our youth? Extraordinary. Thank you for sharing something that brings you joy. It has been so profound to hear your stories and to hear your testimony. Thank you so much. We're going to close it out with one of our favorites, Blue Boat Home.